Hello. Thanks for listening. This is Music and Math podcast. I'm Kengo Ichiki. I'm talking from Kanazawa, Japan. I used to call it in the middle of nowhere in Japan. So today is Wednesday already, September 6th. And this summer was very hot, as you know, I guess. Worldwide, I'm not sure, but at least in Japan, it's the hottest summer in recent years, like 10 years, 20 years, I think. Yeah, global warming this year. But definitely, it's really hot. But now it's September, as I said. All of a sudden, it's getting better. So it's good. Actually, yesterday and today, we have some rain. It's good for my plants outside. And I can skip, the watering those plants. But yeah, as I talked before that, I am planting apple trees, 3 of them right now, 2 and 3 years old apple trees, and strawberries. And recently, the last entry of my collection, my plants, there is pineapple. The whole pineapple we bought on a supermarket, and the top, the leaves, those stingy leaves part, pull off that and leave it a few days to dry up, then put it on soil and pour water. Then the root is getting out. Now it's growing, looks fine. I hope we're gonna get pineapple in my garden soon. I don't know when, but I hope. Yes. So what happened in this month since the last English episode? That was released on August 11th, episode 32. This episode is 36th episode, second season. So it's almost 1 month since last English episode. And at that time, I talk. The title of that episode is Video Interviews and the Exploring Repertoire and Hot Summer. Yeah, I talk about the hot summer part. Now it's September and it's getting cooler. And yeah, that's it. Okay, about the first theme, the video interviews, Yeah, last time I talked about the job interview, and I did the very first experience of on-demand video interview setup, and I talked about that. And at the time, 1 month ago, I said I did good, and I hope things are going well. And yes, the truth is, I got rejected, and nothing flies yet. Actually, I've been looking for a job for 3 months, actually. June, July, and August have passed 3 months. And yeah, I try my best, of course. And actually, I applied. I sent my resume more than 40 positions so far. nothing flies yet, and hope to get something. But at the same time, I need to see the truth, right? Yeah, it's not a. I'm still thinking. This is just an optional, just thinking, hypothetical thinking that maybe I need to start my own business or a kind of thing, and as a matter of fact, I have no knowledge about that direction so far. So I start, studying those stuff. This is a kind of a MBA type stuff, I guess. I have no idea. I'm just guessing. Yeah, I bought a couple of books because the book is a good information, I think, rather than the social network information, right? So I bought a couple of books and start studying, as well as technical knowledge. Like AI technology, it's always advancing. So I need to study continuously. So everything. So these days, my whole time is basically for learning, studying, acquiring new stuff into my brain. So training my brain. And also, I try to play some Kaggle competition as well. Nothing happened yet. Yeah, I want a GPU machine locally, but yeah, I stopped knocking those things. Yes, those are the current unhappy situation. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, one thing about I said I'm buying books for a new category, as I said, right? And so I'm sitting in my study, my room, in front of computer, and in this room I have a bookshelf, a lot, but all bookshelves are filled with the existing books already. So these days, when I buy a new book, I have no place to put it. So it is really bad. I knew that, but I have no other places to put. So I put it on the floor, piled up, and here and there and that kind of thing. And I spent a few years in that situation. But I, this is a short rearrangement, but I grabbed some vacant small box I used to use before many years ago, brought it here in front of my desk where big iMac was sitting. That's a company's iMac. And it's gone, of course, 3 months ago and 4 months ago. And so it's just a window since then. And I placed a small bookshelf box there, and I put it new books into that box. And I really realized that bookshelf is very good and important for the readers, for me, because the back of the book there is a title, right? And well, I'm talking about the very trivial, obvious thing, right? And putting those books on a bookshelf, I can see many titles, backs of those books, right? In a one look. So there are three sections of this box. And in each section, I can put it like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like a 20 books. So 20, 20, 20, like 60 books just in front of me. And that look, of course, those are rather new book for me. Recently, I bought and put it under the desk, but I reorganized, they put it in the bookshelf just in front of me where my big computer was sitting. Yeah, some of them I didn't open it, I didn't read it, but some of them I briefly read through. And so those are those mixtures, rather new stuff. Recent interest reflects those collections. And looking those book titles, 60 book titles every day, it stimulates in many ways, inspiring my motivation to learn and to think. So yeah, I should have organized my room before. It's just a waste of resources I have. I've already have those books for a couple of years, right? So yeah, so this is new stuff and good stuff, good thing happened in this month. Yes, so I need to learn. And what else should I talk? Yeah, let's go back to. Okay, so since the last English episode 32, I have three other Japanese episodes, and one is I'm in the cycle of those theme topic type of episode, four of them. English is one of them, as I told, and the other three types of episode is music episode, and the Japanese talk episode, and the piano episode. And episode 33 was a music episode. There, I'm talking about Flying Lotus, Moe Shop, Gerald Clayton, Marquis Hill, those people I'm talking about. If you're interested in, please go to the episode. Although I'm talking in Japanese, but you can enjoy music. Music is international. And the episode 34 was Japanese talk episode. There I talk something about the interesting subject that is related to the Buddhism. Recently I'm learning Buddhism in a way. I'm curious about the meditation at the very beginning, and I'm studying the Zen in a sense. I'm a Japanese, so I knew as a common sense those Buddhism in general sense and Zen in a general context, of course. But I'm curious about not religious interest, but rather more philosophical or way of life kind of thing. Maybe some people would say that is the religion. The common Japanese people, we are not so religious in general. But this interest, curiosity, is somehow related to my interest of AI, the consciousness, that kind of thing as well. But the topic of this episode 34 was not in that direction, but there are many restriction or rules in Buddhism. Buddhist monk, if you are in that, you have to follow the code, follow the rule, and one of them is not killing. Don't kill anything, including insects, mosquitoes, that kind of thing too. And here in Japan, most people hate roaches, right? I call it G, because in Japanese we are saying the name starting with the letter G in the alphabet. So I call it G, roaches. And if you go to the supermarket or drugstore, there are many stuff for killing G's, right? And people scream when you meet them in a kitchen in general, right? But if you follow the Buddhism rule, you shouldn't kill them, right? And I try to, to do that. It's so different from common people's action. And my wife is common, normal people. So if I saw G in a kitchen these days, I try to catch them and throw away outside the house. That's my, daily thing. Okay, because otherwise my wife is gonna do a bad thing, right? And I don't want to see that. And in this way, I spend like a year or so, and I'm getting used to it. Then my feeling, I realize that my, mindset is changing. It's definitely a totally different from before. And also realize that before I was a kind of a killing machine for them, right? And that mode, that mindset, we're in a panic in a way, right? If you meet those black thing, we're in the panic mode, and we are getting a killing machine mode for a while. But that is bad now, I think. Yeah, it is a kind of difficult to put it in English. And even in Japanese, it is not an easy stuff. I mean, this is a feeling, and still I cannot put it in words. But I can say that the current mindset, way of thinking or way of living is totally different from that before. And it's good, much better, I think. And I really recommend people to do this kind of thing. In a way, this is the attitude to roaches, G's. It is educated by society or whatever, or in a way, it's a brainwashing procedure, I guess. Don't you think? Yeah. Anyway, now, so my mindset is getting better, calmer, more peaceful feeling. Yeah, so those are the topic I talked on this episode 34, Japanese talk episode. And the last episode was a piano episode 35. And I am practicing. So yeah, this is my life is learning, practicing. But yeah, in a way, this is life, right? This is living. Living is learning. The people who stop learning is not good, right? Yeah, anyway, so yeah. In piano episode, I recorded my practice, my playing, my crappy playing piano, and edited for listening for the episode. And there is a theme in the last episode. That was the original songs. That is the theme of last episode, meaning that I played my own composition. Although my composition, the number is not, I don't have enough songs, So I played two of them only. But yeah, I played on piano. I love music, and I went to the music school for kids when I was in elementary school during the first grade to around fourth grade. I went to Yamaha's electric organ music school after school. And so I learned the very basic playing, but I quit. I was a bad student. And but so I love music in general, and I also love computer programming and computer in general. And so I also play some desktop music kind of thing, the sequencer, electronic music stuff. And on a Macintosh, we have a GarageBand, right? And so we can make our song using, the synthesizer or whatever, and make a good music by yourself, all by yourself. So a few years ago, like 5 years ago, something, I had a time that I'm really getting into the music and interested in composing music. I made a couple of songs on Mac, GarageBand, Logic. So those are those are on the Logic sequencer, right? So the main reason why I'm using sequencer is that my playing skill, piano playing skill, keyboard playing skill is terrible. But basically, I realize that I'm not the composer type of a person. I love playing rather than composing, track making kind of thing. I realize now. So this time, I try to play those songs of mine by piano, and it was fun. And I need to practice, of course, a lot. But yeah, composition, making by those are a challenge for me. I love jazz music, right? And the jazz is improvisation, and the improvisation is a composition in real time, right? And it's the hardest thing for me. And so maybe composing is a good exercise for jazz playing as well, I think. Okay, those are the recent episode in Japanese I'm talking. So as I said, I'm still looking for my job, but things are not easy. It's rather obvious now. I realize I didn't see that before. I'm so stupid, but as you know, just before a couple of months ago, the big tech companies did big layoffs. I don't know the background of those actions, but that is a situation. And as a result, on the job market, there are many good computer engineers there, specialized for AI technology, especially, I guess. And as I said, in the last few months, I want to do something on that field. But yeah, I'm not the experienced guy in that specific field, although I play with the application of AI, that kind of thing. So yeah, it must be tough competition, or I get the picture right now. That's partial reason that I also need the other plans, backup plans, and that kind of thing, and start learning general business. What can I do? That's the question, biggest question. Actually, I wrote a couple of books, self-publishing, and so I can be an author. That is one option. The other option is that I have some I'm selling my books on Amazon, right? Kindle direct publishing service. It's quite interesting, right? I can sell my book worldwide. So it's like a publisher role in a way, right? That is one interesting and experienced one, I guess. And I don't know, teaching. I'm doing AI forum. It's not that popular, but that is my experience, right? And English community, English conversation community, I'm organizing. Those are the yet another experienced stuff of me. Yeah, if you have any good advice to me, I'm welcome. So please give me your advice. Yeah, I'm getting compensation from government, so-called 失業保険 right now. So yeah, I have some time to plan, to think more in a couple months, I guess. We'll see. Yeah. Is there any other topic I want to talk? Oh, yes. Okay. I want to talk one thing. Recently, I'm a Amazon Prime member, so I can watch Amazon Prime videos programs, right? And recently, I've watched Wayne Shorter's documentary, Zero Gravity. And yeah, that is interesting. And I'll say there are many, I'll say, tragedies on his life. I didn't know that. And I love jazz music for a long time. And for me, Wayne Shorter is a Weather Report member or leader, co-leader, and solo musician. And of course, former Miles Davis Quintet member. But I thought that he's not a technical player. Technical meaning that the bebop people are very, fast playing and complicated technical phrases, making kind of thing, right? And for me, I thought Wayne Shorter is a rather composer-oriented player. I thought, but in this documentary, there are many music clips focusing on the Art Blakey, Jazz Messengers period, and Wayne's playing around that time. It's so different from the later time, recent one. Very aggressive, very technical, very bebop type playing, I thought. And yeah, his nickname was Flash, right? The fast playing player. It was a surprise. Yeah, I need to study his recordings. I think I should. And I'm still, wondering his friendship with Joe Zawinul. I'm still, not sure. In that documentary, it is implying that the characters, Wayne and Joe, are so different, rather opposite, right? But those two guys have some connection. And I mentioned somewhere in my podcast that recently I found some YouTube video where Joe Zawinul's final appearance on the concert. At that concert, Wayne Shorter was there, and those two are hugging at the very end of the concert. And after that concert, Joe was hospitalized and then passed away, right? Yeah, those two guys, so different, and in a way, yeah, for me, Weather Report is, how Wayne Shorter is contributing to that band. I'm not quite sure. I want to know that part more. Yeah. Anyway, but still, the documentary is interesting. Yes, and maybe that's it. Thanks for listening. Peace and love.